Hey troops, GeneralJSmith here, back with another LEGO Star Wars 2016 Winter Set build and review. So this time I am back with the Rebel Alliance Battle Pack, set number 75133, ages 6 to 12, comes in 101 pieces, and it's going to be retained for £12 or $13. This is the first set I'm doing from the 2016 line, which is actually taking place in 2016, because I got a few sets beforehand, and technically I got this before, I got on Boxing Day, but because I've been quite busy with videos and with other sort of college work, unfortunately I'm having to do it on the 2nd of January, but even so, it is now out. Actually, it's now also out in the US. You can pick them up more or less from anywhere, I think. I'm not sure. But, that being by the by, this is definitely one of the best battle packs of this year. But in all honesty, it's not saying a massive amount. I mean, the Resistance battle pack was very good as well. But in all honesty, we haven't seen much of the Resistance. So it's not like you can make mocks and stop motions and stuff like that as of yet. But this is, in my opinion, very cool. I mean, yes, if you're not into the Rebels, you're not into the original trilogy, it won't appeal to you. But I actually really like it because Rebels, in terms of like just army builders, are pretty rare when you really think about it. Pretty much all the Rebels we've got, maybe like a few Endor sort of Rebels in a few different sets, or, you know, those Rebels with the massive hats, I don't know what you'd call them, but, you know, those sort of things. So it's nice that we do get another battle pack with the Rebels in, because they are considerably rare to get an army of. I mean, yes, of course, you may not want an army of Rebels, but personally, I wouldn't mind a little army, you know, to make mocks and things like that, because even though my big focus is the Clone Wars, you know, it's kind of phasing out, so I'm trying to get more of the original trilogy and into the newer trilogy as well. So this is a very nice battle pack. And of course, it's different because it has aliens in it as well, which normally we'd say, nah, I don't like it, because we like all the minifigures kind of somewhat the same. But with the Rebels, it's okay, because with the Rebels, of course, they are very diverse, as opposed to Empire, which is just, you know, all solid one. The Rebels are very diverse, and you would have a ton of different aliens, all these different species and all this stuff. So actually, I really do like this battle pack. It's not the best we've ever had, I'm not going to say that. But the other the jetpacks and new things, their speeder isn't anything special, but that being said, let's go now and build this thing, and then we'll review it. Alright, so as expected, the build was about 10 minutes, nothing too special. The speeder itself, I suppose, is pretty cool. I mean, I'd say it's more compact, and there is a little more to it than the average speeder, like other random speeders we may have got, like as extras and sets. Like, a good example would be the Turn 9 Endor base thing, you know, we've got a couple speeders there. Yeah, I guess it's a little more complicated than that, but it's still nothing massively special. Alright, so let's go now on to the main focus of all battle packs, the minifigures. Starting off, we have the first Rebel Soldier. Alright, so starting off with the first Rebel Soldier. As I said, this is, I think, the first time, I'm not 100% on that, so don't quote me on that, but I think it's the first time we've got any Rebel Soldiers in, like, different type of fatigues, as opposed to, like, the standard one we got in, like, the Tantive 4, or the Endor sort of camouflage. So this is pretty cool. So if you want to build, like, a mock with Rebels versus Stormtroopers on, like, say, Tatooine, or some sort of desert planet, or just anywhere else, really, then this would be a pretty nice thing. He comes, I mean, they all come with one of these blasters, although one of them is actually meant to be attached to the set, so technically they can't all hold a blaster plus having it on the set, but I'll show you that later. That's been the point. I don't really think I need to show you. There you go. Whoopie-doo. Anyway, so the main figure itself, the printing is pretty nice. You know, it does have leg printing, which is always nice. Also, the hands, like the gloves, are a different colour, which I thought was pretty cool. You know, as opposed to just like blending in, so they do look different. The printing on the torso itself isn't any massively special, it's not incredibly detailed, but then again, that's not the biggest deal. As I said, these aren't really sought after things. It's not like, you know, you're going to really want this, although I will be buying a few of these battle packs. And I would say, by the way, this is the best minifigure of the battle pack, but that's not really, you know, a big deal. In all honesty, they're pretty much, you know, all the same. But it does have leg printing, which is nice. I don't think we've got that on the Rebel Troopers either. We might have done, I'm not sure. You can see the printing there on the belt kind of goes. I mean, you know, it does as well as Lego can do, where it goes from the torso to the legs in terms of like printing. So that's very nice. The helmet itself is also pretty cool as well. I'm liking the helmet. I think it is a new mold, but I don't quote me on that either. Well, actually, no, I don't think it is. It might have got another set, like in different colour or something, but nonetheless, it's still pretty cool to get. A big part for me is the backpack. We also get it in the Empire one, but of course that one is like white to go with Stormtroopers. So it is new, and I personally think it is an improvement over the last one. Of course, it attaches the exact same way, so I don't think I need to take it off. But I think it is an improvement over the last one. Personally, I probably prefer it without these blue studs on the back, because it kind of makes it a little cartoonish, almost like Iron Man in those sets, where like they have the blue things. I more prefer it like that. But, you know, even so, it does look pretty cool. I'm liking it. The backpack does look very, very, very nice. And it does have back printing as well, but there's nothing too special there. That's a printed piece, by the way. Of course, well, obviously, I don't think even Lego would be that bad to give us a sticker for that. But even so, it is a very, very nice minifigure. I suppose the best of the set, but really it's not saying a massive amount. Very nice, and a good addition to the set. A very worthy rebel soldier, I guess. Alright, let's go on to the next minifigure. We have the blue alien guy. Alright, so the next minifigure, of course, is an alien, which I think is pretty nice as well. I mean, I'm sure some people would rather just got 4 of these guys, and that would be cool, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't really mind 4 of these guys, but I kind of like if we get at least 1 or 2 aliens, you know, to give it more of a diversity thing. But, yeah, so this is the exact, the same species as Cad Bane, actually, from the Clone Wars, if you're aware of that. I'm afraid I don't know what that species is, but there you go. But yeah, really, he's pretty similar to another minifigure. In fact, the legs and the torso are exactly the same. The only real difference is the head. I kind of, I don't know, something about it, it looks weird to me personally. I know they don't have hair, but just, I'd kind of want something, maybe like have another one of these helmets, put him on there. Because to me, he just looks kind of, his head looks so exposed or something, I'm not sure. But anyway, so yeah, you can see on the back there, very nice. Same old backpack. They all, I mean, well, no, actually only 2 of them have them, unfortunately, these jetpacks. I wish they all came with them, but I guess no big deal. But you can see the printing on the legs and the torso is different. The legs are actually a different colour, so kind of reversal in terms of like this. The top is kind of darkish sand colour, and the bottom as opposed to, yeah. But, yeah, so that's a pretty nice minifigure. Got some grenades and things. Really not much to say. Just the printing's pretty good. Nothing amazingly special, but, you know, still worthy of being the set. It's not like it's underdone. I just think all the minifigures here are pretty good. So, yeah. Alright, that's more or less it to this guy. Face painting, by the way, looks pretty cool. But, yeah, let's just now go on to the next guy, which is the other human in the set. Alright, so next up we have the next Rebel Soldier, which, as I said, has got the same printing on the torso and legs as this guy. So that's pretty nice, I guess, but, you know, no big deal. We've got here the other human. Not much to say, really. He comes with this helmet, which, by the way, is new for me. I don't actually have one of these helmets, because I never got any Hoth sets, although I do have the latest one. But nonetheless, he's still pretty cool. Of course, if you haven't seen it before, you can take the binoculars off here. Binoculars? Whatever. And put them on there. I mean, they do look incredibly large and almost, like, more comical in terms of the way they can see so much. They're not really for the eyes, they're more for the entire face. But, even so, you can just put them on and off. Whatever you do, still pretty cool. But yeah, so I do like the helmet, but I think we have seen it before in other sets. Mainly Hoth sets before, but I haven't had any of them, so I don't have it. But he does come with the standard rifle, and actually now is a good opportunity to show you the back printing. The back printing comes with a hood, and of course that's printed on, it's not a real hood. I kind of wish it was, but even so, there's not a massive amount here, just a couple of pouches, and a strap for the thing. So, yeah, pretty nice. As I said, the exact same one as this guy, so pretty cool. But even so, there we have it. He's a pretty nice guy. And yeah, I think it's now just move on to the last minifigure, which is, let's just say, the Greedo minifigure, although it's actually called a Rodian, but I think everyone would just call him the Greedo minifigure. But anyway, let's just move on to him right now. Alright, so many will claim actually this is their favourite minifigure of the set, mainly because of the face printing, which is very, very detailed. I'd definitely say the best Rodian minifigure we've had to date. Those of you who haven't watched the Clone Wars or don't know this sort of stuff will probably just call him the Greedo minifigure, but that's beside the point. Anyway, so the printing on his face then is very, very nice, very detailed. It's mostly just like the black spots and the kind of the pupils and things that kind of just give it that little extra sort of bit of detail, but still very, very nice to look at. Very nice minifigure. I'm loving it. As I said before, another chance to look at the back printing, because of course he does have the exact same printing as this guy. But yeah, so it's printing on the back is pretty basic, nothing massively special there. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with a jetpack either. I wish they got 4 jetpacks, but I guess that's so that they can fit in the set. I mean, you could take them off if you want to put it in the set. I just kind of wish we had more, quite frankly. But anyway, so yeah, he's pretty nice. He does come with a weapon, sort of. As I said before, you do get another weapon, but as you can sort of see in the corner there, it's meant to go on the back of the set. So it's kind of a choice whether or not you want him to hold the weapon or whether or not on the back of the set. As I've said many times, I'm really not a fan of these weapons in the battle packs. I don't mind them as such, just as weapons on the side of a set or something. But if like they just out of place, like they don't look good, you know, on the set, or if it's replacing a decent weapon for these guys, then I really am not a massive fan of them. Just give us the regular weapons we've had before. So I'm really not a massive fan of it, but that's beside the point. Yeah, but no, I think the big difference is, of course, his printing there, which is very nice, very good. And I suppose you would say he is the best Rodian minifigure ever, but it's not like Rodians, everyone loves them. You know, it's not like the Boba Fett from Cloud City where it's like really expensive to get a Rodian. So I guess, yeah, the printing is the best we've had so far, but at the end of the day, it is still just a Rodian minifigure, so it's not like the biggest deal known to mankind. But yeah, that's more as it to him. He's a pretty cool guy. And let's just move on now to the last... Oh, no, sorry. I just realised these are all the minifigures. Okay, so the minifigures are pretty cool, and then the main part of the set, so they're very nice. But let's just now move on to the set, which is just pretty standard speeder. Alright, so the speeder, as I've said a few times already in this review, is really nothing too special. I guess you would say, in my opinion, yeah, this is the best speeder we've got so far, and it is improvement on the pretty standard design we've got in the past, which is pretty flimsy. So I would say this does look pretty nice, but it's still not a massive deal. I mean, of course, this is based off Battlefront as opposed to like the original trilogy or anything like that, so it does look a little different. For example, the end here is far wider, but even so, it is pretty nice. So yeah, just going through it then, as I said before, you can give the Rodian a weapon, but yeah, you can also put it on here. You've only got like an extra 1 weapon, so it's kind of a choice, but even so, not that you really care. See, on this, I don't massively mind. I guess I would prefer like a different type of design as opposed to just this, but like with most sets, it's alright. For example, I don't mind the flick-fire missile being here, because it's not like it's in the way, it's not really sticking out that much. I mean, perhaps if you get another one to make it symmetrical, but that's really not a big deal. It's just when, like, they're kind of sticking out there, and they're really so obvious, it's like, I'm not happy. But yeah, so the set itself, though, there's really nothing to say, there's no features or anything, it's literally just, of course, this going out and stuff. It's got, of course, these things at the bottom to try and give the impression it's hovering. But, yeah, and that is more or less it. These 2 engines in the back. I will say it's a pretty nice design, pretty worthy of being a battle pack, I guess. In all honesty, well, no, actually no. You could use this in the mock. You could use it in the mock. But, I don't know, maybe. You might want to prefer to use the ones we've got in the past, you know, no big deal. This is a printed piece, by the way, which is pretty nice. It kind of reminds me of the dial from the Back to the Future set, but I don't know. There are 2 spaces for 2 minifigures, which are pretty nice. I kind of miss the sets, though. We've got 4 spaces for minifigures. But, you know, what can you do? Anyway, so you can put 2 in there, as you can probably see on the box, 1 in front, 1 in back. I don't think I have to show you. I think you're more or less guess, quite frankly. But, yeah, overall, it's a pretty nice set. Pretty worthy of being a battle pack, and I would use this in a mock if I was going to make, like, a Rebel thing battle pack. Rebel mock. But, because it is pretty nice design. I like it. As speeders go, it's pretty cool. But, in all honesty, you've got so many speeders over the years, it's really nothing to shout about. But, yeah, that's it to the thing. Let's go down the instructions, the box, and then conclude this review. Alright, so the instruction manual is pretty standard. I mean, you know, nothing really to say here, just go straight to the back. We've got the Lego Club stuff, all that, and of course, every minifigure from this line, I believe. Or, is that every minifigure? I'm not sure it's including the Resistance Troop Transport or the Battle on Taka. I'm going to get that right someday. But yeah, so you got this thing in the back about, you know, master your force or something. But yeah, only 100 pieces or so nothing really massively special. But that is more or less it. Of course, you do get extras of these studs, as you always do. But that is the instruction manual. Pretty decent. It's alright. It's a little book, quite frankly. I think you've all seen instruction manuals. Okay, let's go now on to the box. Alright, so moving on to the box, we have, again, just like the instruction manual, pretty decent size, nothing really special there. As I've said, I like the jetpacks, and you can see them on the back there pretty nicely. So I'm a big fan of them. They are a vast improvement over the last ones. I mean, the last ones were, you know, they were decent. They were pretty good. There's nothing as much wrong with them. Jetpacks are cool, but it's still nice to get a new improved version. You can see there the speeder, all good. I think, well, I'm not sure. This might be Tatooine. Of course, as I said, this is based off Battlefront, so it might be Tatooine or it might be Jakku, both of which are desert planets. So I don't know, quite frankly. But yeah, pretty cool. Nothing too special, just going over what I said. As I said, you can fit 2 people, but well, that's good. Yeah, you only get, by the way, 6 extra stud series, which is kind of funny, because you normally get 10 extra or something. Or, well, maybe it's 10 plus those 4, but even so, that's it to the box. All good, good. And let's go and conclude this review. Alright, so I want to thank you for watching my review. I hope you enjoyed it. As I'll just repeat myself right now, I actually probably like this set more than most people. I mean, I think most people think it's a pretty decent set, but I actually quite like it because I do want to build a bit of a rebel army. Not as much as like an Imperial army or clone army or a First Order army. But still, you know, it's like nice to have some around, especially since I don't think we've got rebels, or if we have, we definitely haven't got a lot of them in like a different type of fatigue, because normally you just got them in the usual sort of stuff or in the Endor stuff. So it's nice to get them in kind of this sandish colour, so you can use them on more like a sand mock, sort of along those lines, because I think that'd be pretty cool. Because we haven't really seen that many mocks with rebels and stormtroopers. It has been very, very clone based over the last few years. So yeah, not to say it's bad. I love the clones, but you know, you get what I'm saying. It's a pretty cool set, and I'm definitely gonna pick up more of these. I'm not gonna get like an army of them, but nonetheless. All right, so this has been my review of the Rebel Alliance Battle Pack. I hope you did enjoy it, and I will see you next time in my next Battle Pack will be the Galactic Empire, and leave down the comments in that review about which one of those do you like more. You know, do you think this is a better army builder for Rebels, or do you think that's a better army builder for the Empire? So, leave down the comments, and I will see you next time in another review, hopefully coming very, very soon. Bye, troops. Hey troops, GeneralJSmith here, back with the very first review of the Hey troops, GeneralJSmith here, back with another, Alright, so I want to thank you guys for watching my review. Shit.